to close Dust 2. They've got to stay in this game mentally right now. You can't afford to let this slip.
No, the biggest event of the year. $1 million on the line. If you can take the top spot, you'll get the lion's share of it. And this is LAN. This is where it matters. And Virtus.pro, they finally get a map under their belt. This could be the turnaround of their event. It's been a slow start, but this could be the deciding factor of what VP can do on LAN. It's Complexity on the CT side, Virtus.pro on the T side. Utility out for Kicker and James. And for Complexity, it is going to be Kevlar on every single player and some team damage dealt early. Luckily, BlameF has found the follow-up and the first couple of kills go for Complexity. It's a lightning fast start from Cole.
This is exactly what I called for. Into the pistol round, they come straight through with a bunch of kills and some early success. And this is going to give Complexity that bit of comfort that I was hoping they'd get early so we could see the best of them. They go pushing in. They want to get that over and done with as quickly as possible. It's a 1-0 start for Complexity. BlameF and Poison with the heavy lifting in this round. And BlameF with some excellent shots into mid. That's what kicks it off. And they can close it out. No buy for VP by the looks of things. Oh, hang on a minute. Last second, they have been buying up with some players. They will go for the investment. A couple of smokes, a couple of flashes. Kickert on a Glock, which is quite rare. Normally, you'd expect Sanji to be given the worst weapon, but he's been given a Deeg, and there we go. Kickert has got a Deeg, so they're all good. They've all got guns. Not too much utility, but VP will try and see if they can rock this force buy.
VP will slow it down. Overpass can be one of their slowest affairs on the T side. It's usually their most methodical. Config is, he's had enough. Come and get him, Config. He's got himself a W. Kindar and Sanji go down, and for Virtus.pro, it's Kicker, Jim, and Buster left in this force buy scenario. They will upgrade to the Galil, and Config is continuing to have a little bit of a jewel here. Towards top middle, it is going to be some fights with the scouts, but it's Buster that's taking BlameF down. So a kill has finally come in for the T side, but can they get any more out of it? There is an M4 down there for Buster.
Time ticking. 35 seconds to be precise. Config looked like he was getting quite paranoid earlier. There was no one around him. He was shooting everywhere. Now going to go back to B here on the VP side, though. They have some nades left to make this work. Molly put to Monster so that Rush and JKS can both focus short.
Oh, and Rush is going to hold Buster. Come into his crosshair. Mass has delivered that one, and Poison. He's not even going to get anything because JKS and Config did the last few kills. Complexity up 2-0. Virtus.pro not off to the best of starts here. And we talked about this, you know, coming out of fashion that Complexity lost Dust 2, you're going to want to try and mentally reset. I think they realized, all right, last map, we're out of IEM Cologne. If we don't focus up, yes, it's late in the day, but no excuses. We've got to play the Counter-Strike game in front of us. And they're off to a good start here. That'll help them forget about Dust 2. For VP, though, they're down on Deagles again. A few Glocks in there as well. This should be around where you need to take it slow, use that as a bit of attack timeout, really just figure out what's going on and come up with an idea for the gun round. Just sit around, wait for Complexity to come into the trap, see how much damage you can do to the economy. But Complexity, it's all about limiting casualties here. You don't want to lose anybody. You want to build that CT economy as early as possible. And Complexity have shown that they want to play that way, right? They're not taking too many risks.
At this point, I wouldn't blame VP for using this round as a quick power nap. A quick 1 minute 55. That would be a great skill if you could actually learn that.
I'm going to try.
Dinko has actually closed his eyes for everyone listening at home. You can't see him.
Actually, that's actually pretty risky with how long this day's been, so...
I mean, you're standing up. If you fall asleep while standing
I'll just headbutt the machine. I'll just headbutt the monitor in front of me. It'll be sore. Oh, well, BlameF. On and taken down Yukindar. Second kill as well. This time, Buster is the victim of the rifle. And BlameF is going to be searching for his victims. Anybody else want a bit of the BlameF? I do, but BlameF is going to find himself Sanji. It's going to be Kicker left alone.
Nice to hear your true feelings for BlameF coming through late at night.
He's a beast, dude.
Oh, Complexity with a 3-0 lead. Again, nice shots from BlameF. He's just been looking so solid all day. with these shots he's been landing.
Yeah, I love how you just have to add with the shots he's been landing.
Could just go with him being solid all day too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that works.
Not wrong. Oh, got some music playing.
Yeah, it's better than the music you were playing during the breakout. You was hype this up.
Great songs.
Yeah, it was not good. Well, Virtus.pro, utility out, and a full gun round this time. You know, it's been a pretty slow start for them, but it's all been leading up to this buy round. It's all been leading into the guns. For complexity, it's a bit of a bonus in terms of having the FAMAS and MP9 in play, but it's still a pretty good buy for them. They're very passive, though. They're not going for any of these heavy yard fights in terms of pushing up into Fountain and Playground. They're just letting Virtus.pro have a lot of map control. And I think this is kind of cool, because I do want to see Complexity just hang on to their utility. If they've done any kind of prep, they will know utility is key on Overpass when you're playing Virtus.pro's B side. And Poison gets caught in position, so that's a great opening. Buster continuing some good form, busting open the round, and now Virtus.pro putting some pressure down into the A side.
They may not expect 2 CTs on this A site, though. They have to overcome a crossfire. They're all focused on Config. Blame F goes into the flames. It cost him a lot of his life, but Config gets another kill, and Buster has to go ahead and back away. He was too vulnerable to too many angles. VP have left themselves with time for a plan B, but that kill from Buster could tempt them into A, despite the fact that Complexity have a couple of players close by. 33 seconds, they cut the sound. But it looks like they do still want to end on this A bomb site.
Rush playing with a tight gap in the truck. It's one on a Buster, and the bomb is now down. Rush is going to look for more, and he's done it. Second kill for Rush. Now just Jam left, and he's jumped up on the truck, and that is lovely from Rush.
Little smile creeps onto his face. Brilliant work anchoring that A-bomb site. And now VP are starting to get off to a slow start here on Overpass. And they are a team who I feel have lost confidence at times in themselves when they get off to these slow starts. I've seen them have games where they feel like they just have to make these individual plays, these hero plays. They've done it on Overpass before where they're just struggling to rely on the team play at times. So I hope they can keep it tight as we head into round 5. They've gone for a faster play towards B.
And for Rush, it's a peek up and a headshot onto Yakindar. Looking for a little bit more, and he's done very well there. But quickly, the pistols are back into play. Config looking to shut down the attack this time, and he's going to do that quite quickly on the kicker. In fact, Sanji's left on the extremities. He's only got a deagle, and he's going to go through Monster. But he's got to go into the Monster. That's Config.
And it is Config who closes out the round. They should have been scared of him, Dinko. They should have been scared of the Monster and just run away. Instead, Config tears them to shreds. Rush also looking really, really good right now with those kills he's been getting in the recent rounds. In those anchor positions, he's been doing fantastic work. Jame has got the AWP out, but both Jame and Yakindar yet to get a kill on Overpass. That will have to change. They will likely have to end near the top of the board for their team to have a good chance here. Early nades put into mid. No aggression for Complexity on A, but on B, Rush has decided to sneak himself into the sandbags where Yakindar lies in wait. Oh no.
Yeah, Rush couldn't get away. Kicker spam works out. He's going to go back for more. That's such a big entry, or should I say trade to find as well. And now Config going down into water. Sanji's head is spotted, and Config. That's a massive kill to find for Virtus.pro. You've really got to dig deep. Every time you're getting a kill, it's just being traded out by Complexity. Under a minute left now for Virtus.pro. Jam yet to get involved, yet to get a kill. Sim for Yakindar.
Yeah, that was his chance on the B short fight. That's normally something that Yakindar loves to do. Just go up B short. It's a great position to take some fair fights as a T, just some fair 1v1 duels. He did that. He just missed his chance against Rush. 35 seconds. VP using the clock to the fullest of its capabilities here. JKS will wait in water. Config's here alongside him, and Config has a molly that could help slow down that bomb plant. Oh, the rotate's coming in as well.
Oh, Config.
This is so hard.
Yeah, looking to try and hold it. Utilities down into the site. Molotov going through, and JKS.
Oh dear.
He's going to try and get up, but Kicker's got the kill. Damage on the Jim, but somehow they're getting away here, VP. They've taken a lot of damage. They've got themselves into a decent post plant. Jim's hit the wall bang. Jim with a great kill, but Poison making the difference and replying. Now JKS tries to get in towards the site. The Bulgarian sniper helps him. The post plant is strong here for VP. They've got a double stack into short. Kicker and Buster holding it down. And this time is ticking for complexity. They would love to have a smoke here. They would love to have some utility. But they just don't. And now they're just going to hold on. Tap onto the bomb. Poison goes down, and Kicker with a huge round. 4 kills. And Virtus.pro given their first.
That is not a round they should have really been winning either. Great play to win that one for them. Complexity will be slightly frustrated. That molly went to the site. James just about got the bomb down and then just about got away. That molly burned him down to 6 health. That kill from Kicker was also so helpful to begin with. You see there, James flying in the flames. Had to get away, and there were a lot of tight moments in that round, but VP hold on. Great work from Kicker to get them their first round on the board, but BlameF wants to shut them down early in this one, and Yakinda not ready. BlameF catches him off guard and could even get back safely. He's just sticking around though. Okay, finally BlameF falls back. Ooh, lovely, lovely setup. BlameF pushes mid. They think they can try and catch him from connector, but Config was waiting for that the whole time.
A really good start to the round for Complexity after the first round of Virtus.pro. You want to try and silence some of that momentum as quickly as possible. Kicker and Jim are going to get a quick double, though. And once again, we're back into an even odd. Playing it into the B site. Flashbang is going to keep BlameF back. He hasn't really been given a chance here to do much about it. And Config's come down to try and help him out. Jim's going for the bomb plant. They're trying to spam through and get rid of him at this point, but hasn't really worked out. And Kicker's great headshot. BlameF in the bomb site. In behind him is Poison, but these retakes have not been working out for Complexity. And once again, it's going to crumble. VP's B hit is just something to marvel at.
Kicker's feeling it right now. 3K for him in that round. Some incredible entries onto the B site. He's just been getting them round after round. And this was just an amazing start to the round for Complexity too. They played it perfectly. They managed to catch 2 VP players off guard, unsuspecting. They managed to catch 2 VP players not even looking at them for the first 2 frags of the round. At that point, Complexity should be delighted. They should be winning that round almost every time. And yet VP's play into the B site is successful. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. That is oftentimes what VP rely upon here on Overpass. It has come through for them in their first round wins. Yakinda still yet to frag though. It would be nice if that could change. Normally it's him who does so well on those entries. This time it's been Kicker. BlameF going for that same aggressive stance with the rifle, but the one rifle they had has already been taken out. It's the Deeg's turn to try and show us what they can do. There we go. Yakinda getting a couple of kills now.
Yeah, it's good to get a little taste of what's on offer. Maybe he'll get going now after that. JKS and Rush now walking up the connector stairway. And for Virtus.pro, they look to try and turn their attentions back to B. They want to win this round as quickly as possible, or should I say cleanly as possible, as they go into the B attack. Utility starting to come on in. The attack through Monster begins. And I think they'll quickly realize no one's really here for Complexity to defend. So it's going to be an easy round for them. Virtus.pro going to put that bomb down. It's really good for them to be able to build up this economy as well. You know, it's an awesome opportunity to do that whilst Config's having fun on the slide. So, you know, you can get away with just building the money here on this T side.
Certainly a good option. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on whether we see Complexity go back to these aggressive mid setups. Because in this round, they obviously had to do something somewhat risky. So going for the aggressive mid play is fine, but They also went for it in the earlier round. It was effective, but they didn't go on to win the round. Another option for them could be the B short, the B water aggression. Wow, what a shot from Config. A little smile from him. He knows that he got away with one at the end there, dropping another rifle out of the VP hands, forcing a slight bit of reinvestment. Timeout taken by Complexity ahead of another gun round. And this time, after starting a bit of a losing streak, they want to stop it early. They don't want those flashbacks of Dust 2 to come back and haunt them.
Trying to get into this one as early as possible, just mentally staying in it is important at this late in the day. Complexity making sure just taking these little breaks as well, just make sure everybody's checked in, focused, everybody's hyped up, ready to go. At this point, the mental element really does become a factor, more so than usual, right? Because we are so late in the day. They have been waiting so long for their game. Virtus.pro. They're used to these long games. So, somewhat of an advantage, I would say. They've been playing the RMRs. They've been playing these longer matchups. We've seen them go to OT quite a bit. For Complexity, they're going to try and take them down in this gun round. VP are being really stringing these together now. This B-bomb site's been somewhat of a susceptible site. And VP are loving that fact. They always go to the default and they come back and hit this B-bomb site late in the round. And you pointed it out just a while ago. Kicker is on one. 9 and 6 is just hitting so many impactful kills, getting trade kills, but it's Jakindar who is now starting to get some chances. Poison caught in the open again. Sometimes he's been out of position. It's giving these free kills away.
Config coming in to back up that A-bomb site after they lose Poison. It can be difficult at times when you have that lesser money and you don't have the AWP to know exactly where to play on A. Normally you love having that AWP, and in a couple of these rounds where Poison has been called out, he's had the rifle instead of that sniper, which normally would allow him to play those long-range angles. Gamble stack here, fully for Complexity. Blame F will throw one final flash onto A to fake the players on the A site. VP don't care about this though. They're committing into the A site fully. And that means this will be a free round for them. Complexity took this gamble, and if they get it wrong, they decide they're going to have to save. I don't think this molly... Oh, no. No, that's not going to work. He was hoping the nollie and the nade might deny the plant, but nade missed.
Yeah, it's not going to work out.
The molly missed, rather.
Complexity is going to have to save. And at this point, you know, VP are right back in the game. You know, it was a really slow start from them, but these gun runs have been good for them, and I don't think Complexity have done a good enough job at slowing them down and forcing them into these slower plays, or VP can often just get caught out. I think Complexity are losing too many fights when the fights do come in, and maybe making it a little easier for VP to take these late side hits. But to be fair to VP, they are playing very good Counter-Strike right now. The individuals are looking very crisp. You know, Jakindar on some of those entries. Poison was caught out of position. And when you lose Poison like that early in the bathrooms, it just makes the rest of the hole difficult. You really want your initial player to get something there. Just at least one kill. Just slow them down. Allow a rotation. Allow a fighting chance for Complexity on the A site. When that doesn't happen, you're left there floundered, really. So getting into this one, VP looking to do the same, but Complexity, because of the save, they do have rifles. They don't have the AWP for Poison, but they do have an M4 for him, and quite a bit of utility across the board. It's a decisive round here for Complexity. If they lose this one, they're down and out. They haven't got much money, and that's likely where VP take control of this first half.
Nade from Poison should do some damage. Not a massive amount, though. Jakindar down to 84 health as the lowest player on the VP side. JKS has taken a good bit of damage over on B. But it is another one of these rounds where Poison doesn't have the AWP. As you pointed out, he's had to go with the M4. And these are not rounds that Poison will have practiced too often. Normally you practice with that full money. You won't be as used to holding with the rifles here, where oftentimes the AWP is so good on this A side of the map. There are so many long-range angles for you, but he's got to find some closer range fights, and the M4 could get the shadow advantage, or could just get the kill outright. More damage done by Poison. The molly might get him away safely, but James can still hold. It didn't go far enough. He does get away, though.
If he had an itchy, that's probably another kill. Just so unfortunate there for Poison. He doesn't get away with a second. But really good work. And BlameF now trying to make the difference, trying to get them this early kill and double it up. But Kickers come in behind. BlameF was pulled into the trap. And it was laid so perfectly for him. 35 seconds now, though, and VP, they have lost a lot of health. Jim's down on 31. Sanchi on 1. 30 seconds, and they've got to go. Poison's still alive in the bathrooms. He's trying to figure out where they are, and finally, Kicker comes up the stairway. He's just getting such easy fights right now. And Config, he's the real problem right now. He has to do something. Oh, the spray! It's not good enough from Config. He goes down. And it's going to be the bomb plant for Virtus.pro.
Some sloppy moments here. Config not pleased with that one. He knows he had the ability to turn the round on its head. If he could have just got a couple of kills, especially if he finds Kick out there, he can maybe just back off into short and put himself in a really annoying position. But instead, it goes the other way. He doesn't get a single kill. Complexity have to save. It's another one of these scenarios where you just get the feeling that Complexity, after that strong start, letting the game slip, that they're letting VP come right back into this, and they haven't been able to show signs of resistance right now. VP are really getting on a roll here.
Five to 5. And Kicker, look how many easy fights he gets. Look at this. No one's even looking at him in these 2 kills. Takes a little longer to get the kill there, but every single time he runs around the corner, he's just getting these picks. Lovely stuff from Kicker. Really good round from him. A great performance so far overall in Overpass. He's 12 and 6. The closest on his team in terms of kills is Jim on 4. The rest are on 3 and 1 picks. For Complexity, Poison's finally got that AWP out.
That could be a big difference for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be much more comfortable with that sniper on the A side of the map.
And he was even looking quite comfortable on the rifle as well. But obviously when you've got the AWP, that's what he's designed. That's what he's made for.
Yeah, I think it's just less likely he'll get caught out like in some of those early rounds with the AWP. He should be able to pick his spots nicely and just know that he can get a kill and fall back.
Well, Virtus.pro are going back to B. This is often their strong setup, their strong execute. For Complexity, they have got some players down here. Rush is close at Monster. Are they going to push through the smoke? Oh, this could be nasty. There's so many players looking at them. Oh, Rush is going to get one, but the rest are cleaned up. And now the play from Virtus.pro comes through. Config, he's got towards barrels. He's got a swing, and he's not got a single kill. Virtus.pro, it's made easy for them. It's served up on a plate for them. And that's going to be the round. Complexity have to save again. The AWP may come out for Poison, but he's not getting chances in the rounds, and Virtus.pro are up to 6. They've taken the lead, and Complexity are floundering right now. This is it's a little hard to watch sometimes. Trying to get out Monster, just getting caught, the double play. So many players just ready on the other side of it.
I can't blame them for attempting some B aggression. That's something that should be part of Complexity's playbook on the CT side. I would like to see them take water at some points, because oftentimes VP's plays come largely through Monster. So if you take short and you take water, you could maybe have a really good position for yourself. But you have to go for those plays at some points. It's just about reading when's the right time to go for them, and unfortunately, they didn't get that right read this time. Another option on these Monster aggressions is some teams like to throw a flash over as those players sit in the smoke. Would have been nice there, but I don't know how much of a difference it would have made, because it's unlikely you blind everyone on those separate angles in that sort of position. Timeout taken by Cole. They've lost 6 in a row here, I think.
They're struggling big time, and it's kind of similar to Dust 2, where, okay, you take these timeouts, you feel like eventually they're going to get back into it, but they never do. They just never got back into Dust 2 at all. There wasn't a sign of life out of them in the slightest, so they really need to figure out the issue right now. And 6-5 for Virtus.pro. They have a real chance of storming ahead if this continues. Complexity all out for Poison. We'll see if he can get involved in this one. Might just be able to do something. Blairmath going for some mid-place. Smoke going up, elevating his position up over the top to see what's going on down below, but he hasn't seen anybody. Flashed in and a good kill. Poison's down early. I was just talking about how you want to see that op get involved. Well, James is just taking him out of play.
Jane might want
he's
more
got another one.
Second shot lands into mid. Yakindar's ready. Oh, and Rush isn't. He's got his back turned. JKS eventually finds one. Sanji could have maybe got the trade sooner from Connector, but he has JKS locked in, and Kickard is moving in from the B side. Slowly but surely, flanking him out. Nothing's working right now for Complexity.
Yeah, I know. This is just hard to watch. The regression on the CT side, the proactive play, it's all just crumbling. Complexity have tried so many things, and I wonder if it's just the fact that that is the way VP want them to play. Do they want them to just walk into their default? Do they want them to come into them and shut them down, and then you have an easy round when you've got these advantages? Complexity, they did start this series off understanding, okay, we're just going to sit back and just literally do nothing on CT side, and I think later on in the game, they've started to take a few more risks, trying to really bring the game to Virtus.pro, but Virtus.pro handling it very well indeed.
It's always tough when you take the timeouts and you think you come up with a solution, it doesn't work, and then you can start to second guess. Do we keep going for that similar style that we thought was the answer when we talked about it in the timeout? Do we maybe now fall back on ourselves and try something different? It's a hard decision to make.
Oh, Config. He started off so strong. I think he started to drop off a little bit now as well. They don't have that same burst potential on Complexity where you feel like they can do it in any round. It just hasn't quite clicked like that so far. For Virtus.pro, they're in their comfort zone right now. They're in this mental zone where everything's working. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, and Complexity are giving the back to it. They're the team having to figure out the response to what Virtus.pro are giving them. And Poison, I haven't seen a player have more of a nightmare situation than him in such a long time. He's just getting no opportunities.
Smokes into the A site. They cleared out some of these close angles. They are still Complexity players on the site itself, though.
More rotations up as well from the CT side, and Buster's gone in. Good headshot. Poison's down early. The follow-up kill from Buster. Taking down the defense, even though it is weak and on the weaker weapons, Buster still makes it look easy. And it's 8 rounds for Virtus.pro. Config is looking for a pick, but Jim is taking him down with the open. JKS and Rush, they're sitting around, they're trying to find an overextension, and Rush has actually got a nice headshot onto Jim. Flash is going to go into long as well. His team is sticking around. JKS is going to try and pull with him, but Rush has gone down, and because of that, now JKS is left alone in a 1v4. So Kindart takes him down, and 8-5 for Virtus.pro. They've won the half by a minimum of 1 round, but it's not the scoreline that I'm interested in, it's the amount of rounds the VP have won in a row. This is just ridiculous at this point. Complexity have not had a say in so many rounds. VP just keep winning, and there's nothing Complexity have been able to do about it.
Complexity needs something to hype them up. Anything. An individual play, an individual moment. It'd be so nice for someone to just come through with a couple of kills that really get the mood back in the right position.
Here we go.
That 4-man boost.
Not getting anything right now. I think you have to come off that boost pretty quickly. You either get a kill from it or you don't, because you commit so many resources to it and so many players that you concede a lot of map control. And with the way Complexity have been playing, they have been playing pretty proactively. Not in this round, though. This is definitely a sign that Complexity have thought about, is it even worth going for some of this aggression? Is it worth going for some proactive plays in CT side? And I think they've come to the conclusion that it's probably not. They're slowing it down. They do have Config, the only aggressive player. This might actually work out. This position is so strong, and he's got a double kill. Config takes down Buster. Sanji falls as well, and finally, this Complexity with a bit of good news at the start of the round. A follow-up headshot, this time from Poison. The wallbang is sick, and it's kicking and jam in the 2v5.
The 8-round win streak looks to be stopped here by the early play from Config. And that's exactly what they needed. Just some early kills to give them confidence. They know they have this round all but confirmed. 2 players on this right side, a monster. How is Kicker going to deal with both of these? Even the fight against JKS won't be easy, but getting Rush seems almost impossible. The flash is good. That'll give him a chance, but Rush doesn't get blinded. He was playing anti-flash the entire time. And with 20 seconds left, James actually gets a kill with the molly. But I don't know if he'll get much more. All right. Try and do some damage. Why not? You're rich as hell.
Yeah. Let's go, Jim. 4 seconds.
That's fine. His money doesn't matter.
No, money doesn't matter at all. He's got $13,000 in the bank account. Doesn't really care too much about that. Just trying to do some damage, sticking around. And that's it. That's the little bit of aggression that's worked out, right? They get Config in a good spot, and they come into his crosshair, he just gets the lineup. It is a little lucky that he gets away with 2, but at this point, Complexity deserve that, right? They've been struggling. They've been trying so hard. They've been coming up with lots of different solutions. If they can get a 7 rounds, I feel like Complexity can do this again. I feel like that's enough to hype them up. I feel like that's enough to get them back into the game mentally.
Kendar going for all this aggression onto short. Hasn't been too successful for him so far, and decides to back away after Rush was in position. Rush actually took some damage through the wall. Now Poison's gone into Connector. A somewhat risky position to be playing. He has to hit this shot, and he does.
Oh, that's a good shot to find for Poison. Sanji out of play. And for Complexity, it's a great start to the round that could just end up being 7, but Kicker, you can't stop him. He's indomitable right now, and he's found another one. 4v4, Poison getting aggressive in towards middle. James gonna throw some utility over the top. It's a smoke, but look at Poison. Look at this confidence. Oh, James spotted him. His back turn, missed shot. Oh, James has missed it all. And Poison given a lifeline. Can he get the kill from it? He's gonna flash himself out.
Okay.
All right, okay, that's just too many opportunities now to James. He can't get out of dodge, and now a man advantage. Virtus.pro, suddenly they've got it, and Bust has moved up into the site. He's spotted. Kicker again, though, is fragged out. It's JKS that's gone down, and the play into the B-bomb site begins. Rush is waiting for his teammate. He doesn't want to stay here alone. He's got to get Blame F over. And Rush now running down, Molotov clearing out the water, and Rush gets closer and closer. Blame F is taking damage. Rush goes for the fight, and now Blame F really trying to find out what is available to him. He's got a couple of kills he's got to grab here, and Blame F has to find them quickly. Smoke still left on him. That could cause a few problems, but remember, his health is low, but it doesn't matter if you hit headshots like that. To the Deagle he goes. Smoke out towards short. Deagle in hand, but Yakindar plays it well. Uses the cover. It's 9-6 at the half for Virtus.pro. They look to eliminate Complexity. We'll find out if they can do it in the second half.
One more half to decide who makes it through and who is out of IEM Cologne 2021. We're here in the group stages. This has been a long-fought affair between these two, but it has to end, and it has to end here on Overpass. Jane peaking mid-early, VP with the lead, and a chance to come all the way back in this series.
Complexity have looked pretty quiet. They had a good start into Overpass, but for the most part, VP have looked like the better team. In particular, Kicker is just playing out of his mind. Now they're going to try and take down Jam at long. Oh, that's a lovely headshot. Jam decapitates Config out of the sky, and he's now looking for a little bit more here as well. Yukindar having a piece of the pie. Great start to the round here for Virtus.pro. Looks like Complexity are trying to pull it back if possible. BlameF's done well. A second from BlameF's P250, and oh my god, Jim. Dancing around the bullets, he finally goes down. BlameF now into a 1v1. Can he do it with the P250? This would be another ace added to the tally here at IEM. Another one? This could be it. BlameF starts to come around long. He's going to drop back into the bathrooms, and Buster looks to deny. P250 pistol ace. This could be something for BlameF. Buster's just going to hold. Look at the patience right now. He's holding for that cross down to the B-bomb site. BlameF's about to walk into the bathrooms. Buster.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's got the iron goal. BlameF. Oh, he's nearly done it. He's running out of ammo. Just 2 HP left. And BlameF, does he run? Where does he go? He's going to go around long. Not the P250. Yes, and Buster's gone B. He thinks BlameF's going to the B-bomb site, but BlameF has made the right play. He's gone back to A, and he can just get this bomb planted as well. That'll confirm at least the force buy in the second round, but he doesn't know where Buster's gone. He still thinks he's bathroom. This round is insane right now. Buster's coming up from bank. I don't know if BlameF thinks it. Oh my god, he has no idea. He still thinks he's in middle right now, and Buster is going to be walking up through bank. He's going to find the back of BlameF if the timing works out right. And BlameF's looked back. Oh, he's looked back. He goes down, and Buster wins out the round. It was the damage done onto BlameF that allows the body shot to be lethal, but it came down to a game of inches and timing right there in that round.
Such a strange situation at the end there. That's what I love about Counter-Strike. I don't think I've ever seen that sort of position play out before, and you get to see it play out live in front of your eyes. BlameF forcing all these trade kills initially. Then he runs back to long. Buster thinks it's B, comes back up, just about gets the kill at the end there, but with the pistol round being so close, and with the bomb plant being given, Complexity are happy to go ahead and force up into this one. And that man, BlameF, who nearly aced the pistol, has been given an AK into this all-important round 17. A lot on the line here for Complexity in this force bite. They've said they're a LAN team. They've said they're going to come through in the LANs and show us what they can really do. Well, if they lose here, they won't get a chance or any more chances to show us what they can do. This is the tournament they've been building up to.
Yeah.
This force buy would be so important for them to win right now.
For Virtus.pro, they've never really been in the comfortable position from the get-go. They've always had to come back and fight from in behind. The tenacity has been insane from them so far. And now they're looking for 11 through the smoke. BlameF, he's really making a difference over the last couple of rounds. That's going to be jammed down, and now Yukindar needs to hold. He's done well to get one, but so quick on the trade there is JKS. Sanji somehow gets away with a kill there on the MP9. He should have been down way quicker. He should have no right in getting a kill there. And now Buster, alongside Kicker, who has just been fantastic so far, looking to deny the plant, but Config covers off his teammate, and Buster falls as well. Huge stuff out of Config. Galil makes it happen, and Complexity have 7 rounds.
That's one they can get hyped about. That's one they can start to believe in. After winning that round, they put themselves in a really good position. If they lose there, VP have such a good lead. The comeback would have been doable, but would have been difficult. Now the game is much more balanced. You can already see VP only buying up a few Deegs, 4 to be precise, into this round. So it should be Complexity up to 8. Unless we can see those Deagles sing. Kindar's holding an aggressive mid-angle. The longer he holds this, the more chance there is for someone to peek party, and Jame only has a USP behind. Ikindar has now been caught, but the smoke comes in. Flame F can isolate the fight. Well-timed smoke, make sure that Ikindar only gets away with one.
Complexity making sure they don't give anything away. You do not want to give VP a slight chance in these kind of rounds, especially when they're on Deagles and you've got Kicker playing the game he is. This could definitely spiral out, so Complexity taking their time. 50 seconds as they congregate once again in middle. JKS has picked up a little bit more utility. So much util left for Complexity. They should use this up to give them a pretty easy fight. And Buster, well, he's down to 34. Utility now starts to come through for Complexity. Blimf has found Buster. That'll open up the proceedings in towards the site. And now JKS hold for the connector play, and he's done well. It's an easy one for him onto Jam, and the bomb planted for Complexity. Sanji and Kicker left in a 2 versus 4. And for Complexity, this is a deep breath, sigh of relief perhaps. As we get later and later in the day, these rounds start to really matter. If you're just tuning in and wondering what the hell is going on, how is Counter-Strike still going on? We're here in the elimination match at IEM Cologne. It's VP versus Complexity. We're here in the final map of the day. Whoever loses this one exits the competition. So much on the line for the teams. And it looks like we're going to get a real banger to close it out, Hawker. 10 rounds to 8 already.
Terrorists win.
Definitely important for Complexity to get that force by win. Now they can get a few comfortable rounds, get some early success on this T side, and put it in a position where VP's economy can be consistently put on the back foot. And that makes it a massive difference here for Complexity. It means that it really feels like VP are the ones having to react, having to play with the weakened economy. If you lose another round, suddenly the game starts to spiral against you on the VP side. It really can put much more pressure on these VP players because they will know exactly how important each round is. This one not that important though, and I am pleasantly surprised to see Sanji on a Deagle in this round. Normally I feel like someone would steal that away from him, but I guess being on LAN, being in person, Dinko, they feel a bit harsher about stealing those weapons away from Sanji.
Well, I can't see him. They're still playing for separate rooms, so maybe when they're on site together, maybe that could be an issue. But Config, he's found Sanji. He's now down. Complexity, it's a very good start. All about just trying to close this out at this point. Jim peeking out into towards long. Kicker's boosted up, trying to reveal a kill in the round for Virtus.pro. Config starts walking through the bathrooms, and right beside him is Yakindar. Config's looking to take the kill, and he's done that. Yakindar's now down. Second opportunity there, and Config finds it. Kicker in with one on the Deagle, but the rest is cleaned up. Complexity up to 9. Now just 1 round away from equalizing the scoreline. Issue does become the fact that Virtus.pro are coming out with a buy now. They're going to get the AWP into James' hands again. They're going to get the rifles out as well. This is going to be difficult for Complexity.
Here we go. First gun round here in the second half. It's taken a while to get to it. One of the things I always love about Overpass is this dynamic on the A site. You oftentimes get 2-star players playing this bomb site together, the 2 standouts on a team, and that's what you get here on VP. Jame with the AWP, Yakindar with the rifle behind him. So we'll see how those 2 can work together, because it's not common you get 2-star players playing the same site like this. Poison on the other side, looking for some wall bangs, but the VP players have already fallen back. Slow map control being taken. Utility being used in the right places. They do, however, have to be aware that Jame can still be close by with this AWP.
Jim is going to make it work for an opening. Poison has gone down, and Virtus.pro given a great chance at the start of this one. One of the most important gun rounds we've had in a while, and Yukindar trying to play around the smoke. For the kill up on top. Config's going to get him through the smoke, keeps to reply back. 4v4. 35 seconds as Config starts to run closer and closer to the site. Flashes at the ready, and Sanji, he's going to take his position up at the truck. Config starts to go in. Jam and Sanji have found a couple of kills, and JKS alongside Rush trying to do their best. And now it's just JKS. He's shut down as well. VP, get it done. 11-9. An important gun round for Complexity to win if they wanted to tie up the scoreline, but VP continue to hedge ahead. And now you take a look at Complexity's money. You really start to see it's starting to be on its final lines again. They're going to have to invest, but getting to the point where if they lose this one, Hawkeye, they're likely to go on a streak of losses again, and VP will be up to a very strong scoreline.
Complexity used a lot of utility early there, and it gained them some good ground, but it meant they didn't have many nades left, so I think that's part of the reason why they didn't flash Jame off that angle initially, which is part of the reason why he was allowed that early kill. Complexity still looking to stick in that. They've got 4-man B stack up against them right now. Obviously no way that Complexity can know that. Yukindar is playing A alone, over on long, although that could be about to change. Jame gets into a position where he can come closer on the rotate. Still seeing Complexity continue to take their time.
.54 seconds now. It's a real slow approach to the beginning of the round for Complexity. They do not want to give away anything, especially when they know how much this round means to them. Rotation coming up. Virtus.pro into the A site.
Oh dear.
Well, Complexity going down to B. Oh, they're rotating everybody off now. Oh, the fight from Config. He was caught transitioning his weapon, but here go Complexity into the B site. Jim quickly trying to get over here in time to plug the gap, and the rest of the rotations have come down, but I don't think they'll be there in time to really stop Complexity from getting into the site. Trying to get a boost going. Buster's got one, and Rush has gone down, and JKS with a double. Look at that from Poison. Still ready for the boost. And the kills just keep coming for Poison. Another one. And Yukindar's left. 1 versus 3. Dropping down is Poison with a beautiful round. 3 kills from the AWP. And 10 rounds for Complexity. A much needed affair for them to win that gun round. And that's actually put VP in a bit of a scary situation economically. This game's up in the air right now. This is an elimination match, and Complexity are doing everything they can to keep it close.
They're doing really well right here, and this is something I was saying earlier. It's VP who may feel stressed by that economy because of that early force buy that Complexity won. That's why it was so important for them to bounce back after the pistol round loss, because now the CT's money is constantly able to be broken. You can win a couple of key rounds and force rounds like this, where VP only have a CZ on kicker. And in that previous round, you see VP trying to assemble the boost far away to begin with, and then, unfortunately, as they assemble it closer, you see why they tried to do it far away first time, because they get spotted and they get taken down as they were trying to build that boost. A lot of damage done onto Rush, so they will find that AK. The Config was close by to make sure it won't be recovered. Oh, Yukindar somehow gets that kill, but JKS is there close by. Complexity makes sure it doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah, Yukindar just flying through the air of that.
I think I heard some chat
Yeah,
there. They
yeah.
might have been asking, was that a mid-air shot?
How are you doing
boy?
that? Yeah. It's unbelievable. Maybe he's hoping the referee's away to sleep or something. Who knows? 45 seconds. Complexity in a much better position in terms of the weapons they've got. They're also a player up. And they've got the sight on towards A. So the bomb plant can come through here for Poison. It's going to plant on the safe side of the dice box. And that's going to be the 11th round that ties up the scoreline. For Virtus.pro, we're going to see a buy into the next round. And I will see an AWP in the hands of Jay. For Complexity, you got to see more of the same here up against the rifles. Poison had a big round on that B hit in the last gun round. I think they've got to figure out how they're going to exploit that B side again. And that looked really good for Complexity.
JKS. The angle, ready for both players. Good headshots delivered. And Complexity tie us up. 11 each here on Overpass. A great way to close out the day between these two teams, and you can see Complexity are more comfortable now. A small smile there for JKS before they get back to the serious business of their Counter-Strike. James got that AWP out. So VP were quite active in their last gun round, rotating between those sites significantly. It seems as though they are continuing to largely leave Yakindar alone on A in a lot of these early rounds. So they are putting a fair bit of pressure on Yakindar, but teams don't often go for fast A plays on this T side. So that's part of the reason why they're comfortable leaving Yakindar here alone early. Now Jane will start to rotate back to A to help out. But as we have said so far, Overpass is the slowest paced map in the pool. You need to use those nades, you need to get that early map control. That's exactly what Col are doing.
You've got to be methodical. There's so many areas you have to clear first of all before you can feel comfortable about the round win. For VP, they were searching for that long control early. They do have the control, but no one came around the corner for Complexity, so no kill yet for either side as we go under a minute. 55 seconds will remain in play. Complexity are going to start sending players over towards this B-bomb site. Look at the pressure rip it. Look how many players are here for Virtus.pro. They got 3 stacked inside of this site. Another one coming down to join them. This could be a real bloodbath for Complexity if they're not careful.
Molly being lined up, but it's these close angles that are going to be hard to flush out here for Complexity.
Buster's going to be holding now. The attack starts to come through. 25 seconds. Utility's still good, and it's going to hold them back. Buster goes down. That's a kill for him. Rush is going to drop the bomb, and another kill, this time from Kickert. The kills just keep coming through for Virtus.pro. Everybody getting shut down for Complexity. Blame F and Poison stand really absolutely no chance in coming back into this one, so they're a way to save their weapons, and that's going to be the round added to the tally. Virtus.pro up to 12 and 11. A really good haul from them there.
There's a couple of different ways you can play that B site of Overpass, depending on certain circumstances. Sometimes teams will play much further back and be willing to play more of a retake style, where they try and spot the cross to the site, maybe get a kill or two, and then are happy to sit back in the retake. But then there's also the style we just saw from VP, where you fight really far forwards, and if you can just stop Complexity from getting out of those tight choke points like Monster and B short, it makes it almost impossible for the T's to do anything, because it's hard to win those fights when you're in the tight choke points, and you could easily be caught by nades or mollies. That's exactly what VP do there. They fight on the front foot, they fight forward before Complexity can get anywhere near the bomb site, before they can get out of those choke points, and it works wonders for VP in that round. They get a 12th on the board. For Complexity, they may need to do more to try and draw some rotations here. They may need to start trying to play across the map in some of these rounds. You see James, that man who is thinking of rotating between the sites, and Complexity have made enough noise on A to draw his attention up to this upper side of the map. Wow, no real nades left for Complexity though. That's crazy. How do they not have any nades?
They're just going to have to rely on individual ability now to try and get some of these kills. But the issue is Virtus.pro have utility to slow them down and make things more difficult. You have no counter to this. Complexity have just got to go for these dry peaks. And Yakindar is going to love that. He gets into the smoke at bathrooms. And this could be real messy. He's going to try and go through the smoke. He's going to try and get the timing on the flank through. Here's the spray from Config, and there it is. Phasing the smoke. Yakindar in with one. Poison's hit the no-scope on the reply, though. Now they're going to try and take the site. Jim is going to be Molly back, holding his position. Oh, what a flick out. That's going to be the bomb dropped as well. They're going to have to recover that. Kicker's gone up. A headshot from Blame F, and Rush getting one as well. Buster's trying his best to get back in here, but the bomb has gone down. And Buster needs a headshot quickly. Looks out to long, but Blame F's there with a headshot. Jim is alone. He's not going to win this one. He's going to start backing off. He has no kit, no utility. Complexity do a really good job at just staying in that round, getting those kills, forcing their way onto the site. And Blame F on 1 HP gets a double kill.
That's a second fight at the end there. So close. Already calling for the high five because he knows they've won this round. Coach Keita comes over to oblige. Complexity just having to brute force their way onto that A-bomb site. And that was a round where they had Yakinda. Oh, okay, Blame F. Think, Blame F, think! The bomb! It explodes!
Oh, I'll forgive him. It's like 3 a.m. or something.
I just love the way he pointed to his head and he was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. He was not happy.
It's like, why is my brain turning off? Thinking about everything else at this point.
Yeah, that was the round though, where you have Yakinda aggressive in the bathrooms, hearing those mollies being thrown. It almost felt like VP overthought it somewhat, because Kicker was rotating and then just seemed to hesitate that little bit. So I don't know if that's just because they didn't hear as many nades or they didn't see the players, but either way, to put VP in this scenario where James has the AWP and no one else has much worth talking about.
Jim. Oh, missed the shot. Think about that. He's going to drop himself back into the bathrooms and using a different position. Instead, to take his fights, Yakinda is going to change up his spot as well. Complexity sending 3 players quickly towards long, 2 in towards connector for Complexity. And Config's going to be the front man. They're going to use some of this utility to make things a little bit easier for themselves. Complexity should be bringing those 2 remaining players up through corner as well. Jim, AWP might be tested on 2 fronts here. He's got to be careful of that play from connector. He's going to hear these footsteps. And Yakinda's there to back him up. And Yakinda's peeked out. He's got 1 in the pistol. Another kill can come in for Kicker this time as well. And oh no! The pistols just do it to them. Complexity gets torn apart. Even USP having a bit of fun.
James has the AWP in that round and he's just sitting there like, all right, guys, set me up for the kills here, everybody. You're all going to die. I'm going to get the frags. And his teammates are like, nope. And James just looking at the kill feed like, I don't really know how this is happening.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy about it. VP were really getting excited after that one. You could see it on the player cams. They need that timeout. For Complexity, that could genuinely be the round that cost them their spot here in Cologne. Their money is in a really precarious position.
That's an insane round to lose right there.
They've got to save, right?
They have to at this point. For Complexity, this is really starting to get rough now for them. This is their championship line, right? If they want to stay here in Cologne, they've got to be able to pull this win off against Virtus.pro so late in the day, and the Counter-Strike just keeps on coming. They should have closed out Dust 2. They should have done it early, but 16-10 to 19-15, it's Virtus.pro that pulled the comeback, and now 13-12 for VP. The tenacity's been insane, and Complexity need to find some of their own. Glocks at a deal for Config. They're going to start walking into middle. James is here with the AWP. He didn't have to do much in the previous round. Don't think he's going to have to do too much just yet, but eventually he will once he spots the onslaught of players continuing to run him down. But the timing on the jump peak has not been good enough, and James needs to get out of there. Oh, they've got a kill. That's going to be an AWP picked up as well. Poison's running right for that. He'll be happily picked that up. Bomb plant's going to come through as well here for Complexity. The smoke's down. This is a real problem for VP.
No rifle support on A in a round like this is so risky. And you see why. He just gets run down with the AWP. Poison's trying to take that forward, trying to take the fight to them. But Kicker gets him out, and that AWP can be recovered.
Oh, but it's Rush that's got it in a close angle. This has got to be huge for Rush.
They saw him pick it up.
Yeah, they know he's in the corner. How is he going to get out of this? He's not. The AWP is down, and now it's just Deagles trying to pull it off. 4 versus 3 retake for Virtus.pro. They're coming onto the side. Buster's got a kill. Config with 1, but it's not enough. And Sanji on the double. Defuse in for VP, and Yakinda shanked up his own teammate. Madness here tonight for the Counter-Strike, but 14-12. It's VP that are 2 rounds away from victory and eliminating Complexity from Intel Extreme Masters Cologne.
Is it obvious that it's nearly 3 a.m. here? Nah. Yakinda would always make that play, right? Yeah, they're going to get the mistakes. It's all about limiting them at this point. And VP have done a decent job at that. Complexity go ahead and get themselves a bye. Could be their last standby hit. Could be their last chance at a full gun round if they lose this.
That's the worrying thing, right? This is so important for Complexity. Config's going to go out towards middle. Good control underwater here from Buster as well. Lots of good map control for Virtus.pro, and Complexity going heavy towards the top side of the map.
This time there are 2 CTs on A. Sanji is also thinking of rotating up to this A bomb site. Complexity have held their nades much better this time. That means that Jay may get flashed off this angle. He was here before and he got a kill. Let's see if he can do it again.
Jim, this is such an important position for him. Rush is going to throw some utility. Yukindar's rifle at the ready. He's got one. Rush is taking out Yukindar quickly, but don't forget about Jim. He's still in this position, still in the bathrooms. As he starts to think about what is in front of him, it's going to be JKS trying to figure out, okay, surely, where's the AWP? Where's the AWP of Jim right now? Bomb plant starts to come through on the safe side of the dice box, and Jim finally reveals his position. Kickers come in with one as well. It's just Rush, 5 HP in the post plant, and the ball was planted for him, but he's got 3 players he's got to find. One in towards bank, it's Kicker. Oh, Rush has made noise. Smoke is down. He's going for the fight as well. They're going to have to find him, and Kicker's done it. Complexity cannot win the round. It's Virtus.pro and Map Point and Complexity are 1 round away from being eliminated from Intel Extreme Masters.
James just so elusive around the bathrooms. Kicker gets a triple kill for himself. VP never give away those fights, so as Complexity get the site, they're so uncomfortable. They never know where they're safe from. They never know where they can play from. Kicker here at the dumpster while James in the bathrooms. There's nowhere safe to plant at that point. And Rush at the end had no way to win the round. Complexity have to take a timeout, but they have to find a way in here. It's been these late game scenarios that they've just struggled to close it out in. VP have been more clutch when it comes to these late game scenarios so far, and they hit 15 first.
Virtus.pro have had so many turnarounds. They've been fighting from behind for the most part, and then coming into Overpass, it was even a slow start there, and they come back again. The Virtus.pro are masters of the grind. Utility being used up, Molotov in to force Complexity to use some utility to get out of middle, to get out of their spawn. And James dropped back initially, who was looking into mid, but now on top of the flower bed. Out towards long. Complexity, slow stats. Blimet's going to try and get up into party. But for the meantime, no kills yet.
Similar start to the round from Complexity. They haven't thrown too many fast plays in there. And even in a round like this, where they don't have the superior weaponry, happy to keep it slow. That's about to change though. They flash themselves into the bathrooms. Jame again alone for now on this A site. We've seen him been run down here before. The timing's bad for him as he switches between the long and the short angles. He could be in trouble, and somehow the AWP and the Scout hit the same amount of damage there.
That's insane, right? Poison and Jim both down to 31. 39 seconds though in play, and VP think is going to be the B play. They've rotated 4 players to this side of the map, and Complexity are going towards A. They're going to have to realize that pretty quickly. Jim is not going to be able to do anything about it. Complexity are going to get that bomb planted. They'll be down to the retake, and Jim has missed the shot. Rush peeking into again, and Jim misses once more. Rotation coming up for Virtus.pro, and Complexity have put the bomb down. Jim has got a tight angle, but Rush will take him down. It's these relentless peaks from Rush, the rifle into the AWP. And I think VP have realized this round's pretty much done. We make a gamble, we make a rotation. We got to save if it goes the wrong way.
It wasn't even a rotation. It was just a 1A stack. The whole round, they had 4 on B and 1 on A. They never had that rifle support on the A site. Yeah. It's something VP have been willing to do this entire half. There have been lots of rounds where they've left 1 man on A for extended periods of time. And that's despite the fact that Complexity have generally been going to this A site quite often so far.
And the way that Jim is playing it, he's in bank, right? He's not getting any info. It's not like he's even jump spotting. He should be calling as the IGL for those rotations up. At least 1 player to come help him at a certain point. As soon as you start for information, you can't just sit back and allow them to come on to you, because you will see Complexity get onto the site like that, and it's very difficult to make the retake happen once you've lost a player and lost the site so quickly. But Complexity will not be complaining about this. They're back into the game again. 2 rounds in a row is all that's needed, and we go to overtime again.
Early smoke up to Monster for VP. I don't expect a fast play now from Complexity, though. They haven't really been running them the entire half. And they wouldn't want to change that in such an important round.
That's a cool way of jump spawning now from you cannot. The lamppost is majority covered.
There's a bit of aggression from VP. Buster into B short. I believe they just naded open the door as well. And Buster will continue to play in this position. That makes those rotates between the sites much more difficult. Oh, Buster will have heard that. He heard that Rush got hit there.
Rush is jumping around anyway at this point. A lot of noise and spamming a little bit as well. Oh, does Rush go through the doorway at any point? Still thinks he's being spammed from the site, and that's the only action. Buster's already through. He's already up on this ledge. Rush trying to get some spam on in. Buster's not going for it. He knows how strong his position is.
But as this time continues, you realize if they're not coming out onto B short from Connector, it's much more likely to be the A play. So they stack 3 on this A site.
Oh, James found 1. Poison's down. Now the attack comes in, and the kills just keep coming in for Virtus.pro. James found another one. BlimmF and Rush left alone, and they're trying their best, but it's not going to be enough. BlimmF is alone, flash into the site, and they are eliminated from Intel Extreme Masters Cologne. Complexity exit early, and Virtus.pro stay alive. We'll be back after the break to break this one down.